We are told to set our minds on things above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of the Father. So long as my mind is set on earthly things, I will act like an earthly creature. But when my mind is set on heavenly things, set above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of the Father, and we are told in Ephesians that he has even raised us with him. That is how Christ expects us to live. He expects us to live where he is, which is at the right hand of the Father. That is why he has raised us with him in the heavenly realms, so that where he is, what he can do, we can do. What he can see, we can also see it. The view with which he sees it is the view with which we see it. If he's seeing Goliath as a dot on the earth, because we are seated with him in the heavenly realms, we are also seeing Goliath as a dot on the earth. If he's saying that he's raised up and the earth is his footstool, that means the earth is also my footstool. That is why I'm being told that I should reign on the earth. Reign on the earth. Okay? In 1 Corinthians 2:16, we are told, "For who has known the mind of the Lord so as to instruct him?" But listen to this. "But you have the mind of Christ." You have the mind of Christ. In the last month, I've been working personally on having the mind of Christ. So that when I catch myself thinking a particular way, I tell myself, no, those thoughts cannot have come from me. Because I have the mind of Christ. And the mind of Christ does not think like that. The mind of Christ does not think like that. Okay? And so we see in Philippians 4:8, we are told what to think on. Okay? We are told what to think on. Whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is lovely, whatever is gracious, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, we are told to think on those things, because that is thinking with the mind of Christ. If I have the mind of Christ, that means that nothing is impossible for me. If I have the mind of Christ, that means nothing is too big for me. Do you imagine that Christ thinks that there is anything too big for him? No. So I must know that God has given us the mind of Christ. So my thoughts should be the thoughts of Christ. My ideas should be the ideas that come from the mind of Christ. Think of what a wonderful thing that is for us. And we must learn how to tap into that mind.